Farewell, dear bricks and mortar. Farewell, dear dirty lies. Farewell, dear gangways and your gangplanks, like the hull with your overtime. For the good ship's ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay. For to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. I was on my way down to the quay, where the ship at anchor lay, to command the gang of navvies that they told me to engage. I thought I'd drop in for a drink before I'm afraid you'll have to go. So I asked him for my wages, and the man did all me pay. And I told him straight that I'm going to emigrate to the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell, dear bricks and mortar. Farewell, dear dirty lies. Farewell, dear gangways and your gangplanks, and the hell with your overtime. For the good ship's ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. And when I reach Australia, I'll go and dig for gold. There's plenty there for digging up, or so I have been told. Or else I'll go back to me trade, and 100 bricks I'll lay, because I live for an 8-hour shift on the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell, dear bricks and mortar. Farewell, dear dirty lies. Farewell, dear gangways and your gangplanks, and the hell with your overtime. For the good ship's ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell, dear bricks and mortar. Farewell, dear dirty lies. Farewell, dear gangways and your gangplanks, and the hell with your overtime. For the good ship's ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell, dear bricks and mortar. Farewell, dear dirty lies. Farewell, dear gangways and your gangplanks, and the hell with your overtime. For the good ship's ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell, dear bricks and mortar. Farewell, dear dirty lies. Farewell, dear gangways and your gangplanks, and the hell with your overtime. For the good ship's ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay.
Hello, folks. How you doing? Welcome to Rebel FM here on the Rebel Podcast, multi-streaming live on YouTube, and 2 channels on Facebook on the Rebel Podcast and the DJ Rebel Row page. Apologies for being a bit late there, folks. Starting off, I'm not gonna blame my wife, live on her, but
we just did.
Well, the less said about that, the better. But let's just say. That's how I feel right now. But anyway, yeah, so we're here, folks. So you're welcome along. As usual, if you're watching the stream on Facebook, please hit the share button. So if you're watching on the Rebel Row page or the Rebel Podcast page, just hit the wee share button and share it around as many groups as you can. It's great to see now with my official page on Facebook for the podcast seems to get a good clean bill of health this week, which is great to see. I'm no longer being told you're ready to be kicked off at any minute now because of your page. So I don't know.
That's what bringing me in done for you.
Marty, maybe that is. I don't know what something happened, but it seems to be anything I'm posting now, getting a lot of likes and shares and sort of comments over before for like the last year there. No matter what I posted, but nobody would even seen it. I mean, you're going, why is nobody like even liked or whatever it is here? So that's good to report anyway, folks. You're very welcome. So we're not going to have a show for the next 2 weeks, just so you know now. So I'm away on Monday. So I won't be back the following Wednesday. So Wednesday early evening. So obviously we'll miss the next 2 Wednesday shows. So apologies, Marty, we're not going to be here, but sure.
No, it is what it is.
The sun takes priority. So does the sun, as in not my sun. I mean the sun in the sky.
I was going to say, is there something you want to tell us here?
The sun and in the sky that I need, and just general. I'm not saying that it's going to be a great relaxing holiday, because with 2 children that is not going to happen. But just getting away as well needed. So it is. So Marty, what's the crack? How's you been this last week?
I've been grand. Not really a big lot happening. Not much to report on, really. I've had a quiet week for a change. Wasn't out at the weekend at all.
Really? Quiet one then?
Yep, quiet one.
Just see why Iona's there. I had to give her a mention, because she sent me a wee voice note last week. She was feeling a wee bit left out.
Oh, she was. She's
like, obviously she was sitting in Barcelona, must have in her balcony. I'm sure she says she hadn't had any drink, but it sounded like she had a few pints in her or whatever. But she was feeling a wee bit sorry for herself. And she's like, I listened back to the show, and you didn't even say, listen, like, about me being away and all this here, and I felt like it really bad, like. And I was like, sorry, only, like, Jesus, like. So,
listen, I had her on the phone literally 10 minutes before she messaged you.
Right.
And you better give me a mention this week, because I was disgusted. I listened back to the show last week.
Disgusted?
I never even got a mention, not even a mention.
Well.
And then after the phone call ended, about 4, maybe 5 minutes later, she sent me the voice clip that she had sent to you, and I thought she'd made a mistake and sent it to me. I says, "Did you mean to send that to me?" Yeah, just to prove it, I sent it to Ro. So hello, Iona, how are you?
It's because I missed you so much. We didn't miss you, so it didn't. All right. If you aren't here, you don't get a mention. That's it. So it doesn't.
That's it. And just when we're talking about mentions, I have to say a massive thank you to Michelle Devaney. I don't know if she's online or not, for a donation that she gave me for the podcast in the Rock Bar about 4 weeks ago, which I completely forgot all about.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Much appreciated.
Thank you for that.
Cheers. So Marty, who do I have listened so far tonight? Who's on?
Oh, well, there was a brief few people commenting before we actually went online.
Where are you? What's the crack? What's the
Kev Dunn's on. He goes, howdy, I'm present and early for once. Mick1967, evening everyone. And that's me putting a wee thing in. Kev says, Kyogo's been linked with Man City. Don't see that happening. Mick says, change of agent was concerning a few weeks back. We do need players in, Kev says, but I'd be happy if the window's shut now. Keep it we have. Well, I would be inclined to agree with that. Mick says, remember Elvis was late on stage in Vegas years ago? Definitely worth the wait. Not sure I can compare this low-cost budget operation in the same sentence.
Who said that?
Mick1967. Well, I'm not on high enough wages, so I would have to agree with you, Mick, you know. On that one. Jordan,
just as well I wouldn't be insulted very easily,
isn't it just?
Fuck's sake.
It's a good job you're thick-skinned, or is it just thick?
Well.
Elaine's on. James McMullen's on. There's our Iona, of course, naturally. Dathry Clary's on. James, Iona, Christopher Mahoney. I keep going to say Mahoney.
Mahoney. Maybe there's Mahoney. Maybe it's Mahoney.
Vicky Brady's Hyro Darwin listening here.
And that's Australia, isn't it?
Yep.
What time is it over in Australia, Vicky? There's no cheers for tuning in from Australia. Australia. Yeah.
So that's it, right, folks? Any requests you want to hear, get them in.
Yes.
All those comments, and there wasn't one request in there, so get them in and we'll get them played.
Yes, this is episode 18, folks. Live the night.
Can you believe it?
Until 9. I know, man.
18 shows. And
crazy.
There's a load of weeks we missed.
Yeah, definitely. So, Marty, you have the questions tonight?
I have the questions.
Are they multiple choice?
They are multiple choice.
Happy days. It's good to hear.
You have 3 choices for each answer.
3? Jeez, you have been busy. See, so happens you take a week and knock out the drink. You have like
well, you see, I was busy today, and I had to go out somewhere.
Nearly 4 a.m.
Oh my God, 4 a.m. That's dedication for you.
Jesus,
very much appreciated, Vicky.
Mrs. Well done.
So as I was saying, I was out today. I was a wee bit busy, and I came home, and Elaine was sitting at the laptop, and she says to me, "I have 5 questions done. You only have to do another 5." So I says, "You'll do me."
Sweet. Plus I actually forgot the football. We'll just pick out
football.
We'll pick out 5 matches this weekend, so we'll see how the results went.
Yeah.
Right, anyways, folks. So get the request, and we're here through 9 o'clock. Maybe we'll stay for another couple of tunes after 9, seeing we weren't down. I'm going to play a song next by Stefan. The reason why is because when you get these notifications through Facebook and all whatever. So for a while, whenever we were doing the live show on Sunday, we moved it. I think it was during COVID to a Wednesday night, remember, for a while? It was on a Wednesday night.
Yep.
And I can't remember why we moved it to Wednesday for. I don't know what happened. But we had a few guests. So one of the first...
I think you were gigging and getting things.
Yeah, something. Yeah, I only started back gigging or something. So one of the first guests we had in was Stefan. And literally, with this part here now, where we have the studio, but and the rooms moved around, this where we had it sort of like a live lounge, which was mad to think. Because like, literally you had... And you think now, right over there behind us, I had the whole table set up for two chairs, have an interview and all whatever, and then literally here, which is in front of us, was like I had a microphone all set up.
And while he was talking here, he's pointing over behind us and he's pointing in front of us as if you folk can see it.
I keep forgetting that we haven't got a camera and you can't see it. But literally, Stefan came in and played like 4 songs. It was brilliant. But at there popped up on something must have been in 2021 or something. So it was.
Wow.
It's crazy. So I actually made sure, because it's a really good interview. So it is. And then Stefan's wee live set as well. So I made sure out later on. So we're going to do a song from his album, Rebel Heart. That's what we're going to do. Probably my favourite song on the album. Remember Darky Hughes. Song all about the late great Brenton Hughes from West Belfast. Here we go.
Oh, Darky dear, we used to hear you talk of days gone by, of the awful cost and the friends you lost, why they chose to die. I heard of hell in a hedge block cell, all the things they put you through. Please tell us why, before you die, why you did them things you do. Oh son, I fought for freedom and the dignity of man, for a land that we could carve from stone and a destiny we'd planned. I put my faith in comrades first and leaders only then, and the dogs we rose from the Devon streets like gods and fighting men. We lashed out at the enemy on those rainy Belfast streets. We suffered too, we lost our best, but we learned from our defeats. With bombs we changed the Belfast maps, for we knew no other route. And when those English coffins passed like comets we'd salute. Oh, they came for me one morning and they battered me in rage. They kicked me round those narrow streets, then they dragged me to their cage, where I lived with Tommy Tolan and the gallant Bobby Sam. We dreamt of Irish freedom there, we'd sing and make our plans. Oh, birdie, 1 year later I escaped into the night. I didn't lie low on the run, sure I had a war to fight. I lived in leafy suburbs where the enemy pleased well, and early one morning I arose and gave them hell. Haunted night and morning I was captured once again and sentenced to the hitch blocks. I returned to tortured men and labelled now as gangsters by the servants of the crown. We wrapped ourselves in blankets and prepared to face them down. Oh son, I hope you never feel the pain that we went through. Freezing cold in our own ways, we were battered black and blue. I heard brave men cry out to God, sure I held them as they cried, and I felt my heart burst out my skin as our hunger strikers died. But when my war was over, I returned to Divis Tar, and it hurt to see my comrades change in their struggle to take part. Instead I worked on a building site for £100 a week, and I asked myself, what was it all for if my neighbours were still me? Now son, I leave you with this thought, and I'll pass into the night. I hope you know I done my best, I did what I thought was right, and I hope that God will understand if what I did was wrong. Stay true to you, the Republic, to forget me and move on. Stay true to you, the Republic, to forget me and move on.
What a tune. That's Stefan there, folks, from his album Rebel Heart. It's on Spotify, Apple Tunes, all that kind of thing. It's actually on YouTube as well, whole album. So get a wee listen to it if you haven't listened to it yet, folks. It's a brilliant album. We'll have to talk a wee bit about Celtic, Marty.
Oh, definitely.
Like it looks like obviously Matt O'Reilly's probably going to Brighton sooner rather than later. I think because like it was all Burr and Billy Gilmore. I think he's going to either somewhere in Italy now.
Yeah.
But now this come out of the blue today. But Kyogo, but Man City, look at him like.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ, like there was worry there about maybe Hatate was going to go, and everybody's going, nah, he's not going to sell both of them. But then you're going like,
I can't see it. I just can't see it. You know, the sooner Monday comes, the better.
Oh Jesus!
To get the
and I'm sure apparently they've knocked a few offers back for Carter Vickers as well. They're saying 3 teams come in looking for him. So have like, Jesus, this could be like a.
I don't know. Like at this stage, it's rumours. You know, there's nothing official has come out from the club as yet. I'm still hoping and praying that we keep O'Reilly for this season, and that he has a good Champions League campaign.
He's gone, Marty.
I know, but I can still hope.
But the thing is, like I was listening actually to the show on Clyde, Super Scoreboard.
Yeah,
I would usually listen to it the next day because I'm on YouTube, and they were talking about it. So this guy, a Celtic fan, phoned up and he says, he's mad going down there. Look, he's going to win. Like and you're going, but listen, like I think Mark Wilson was on talking about it. He says he's going to go earn probably triple his wages, for a start. Which is, and you look at obviously footballers. They have a short career, right? I mean, probably the best example is Kieran Tierney. There isn't a bigger Celtic fan in the world than Kieran Tierney. You know what I mean?
Right,
and after he's seen Arsenal look at me. He wanted to go play in the Champions League. Obviously, it hasn't worked out for him there with injuries and all. But he's on changed his life money ways, like whatever. But then again, O'Reilly, if he stays at Celtic, his chances of probably making the Denmark squad are going to be next to none. He goes to the Premier League, like then goes to Brighton. He's probably going to be straight away in that next Denmark team, like for the next.
I don't know about that. You know, I was thinking before all this transpired this week. Anyway, my thought was if O'Reilly has a good run in the Champions League, like we have 8 games this year in the Champions League, and if he can get 4 or 5 decent games out of that, then Denmark would come calling. I think.
I think maybe it's more their manager, but who this manager guy is, because even for the Euros, like he was getting slated big time because he didn't
play him.
People were all going, "What are you doing? Like, just get him. Like, he's been the best player in Scotland this year and all. Like, get him. Why is he not even made the squad? Whatever. Like, but now he's played his last match. Like, so he has. But if he does go, listen, he'll go with fair play to him. He, like, was it 2.5 seasons? He's done like.
Yeah.
But I'm actually very surprised that of anybody, Ange hasn't been in for him. Like. For Spurs, when you think he bought him there, he's played his best sort of seasons under him. I mean, well, maybe obviously last year under Brennan he was great, but I mean, he brought him to Celtic from where was it? MK Dons he was at. Like, I would have thought of anybody, he'd have been the.
Well, you would have thought so, but maybe Ange just got Spurs sorted in that position.
I don't know. Well, whatever. Anyway,
really
is there any requests coming yet? Is there for any tunes or?
We have one request then. And I wouldn't even call it a rebel tune.
What song is it?
The Green Fields of France. There's a lot. It's a controversial one. But I don't know.
There's still a bit of controversy when I put that video up for when Big Tony thing. what did you call? What's the second name of that guy? Come on, Tony. The big guy in Dublin with the dreadlocks. He come on, but he sung it, and. I put his video up, one bit he said, like, this is Tony Hinton coming on. It was actually the first show of 2023,
right.
First interview. So it would have been. And there must have been hundreds comments, and it was all just like half and half of, oh, this guy's amazing, but why you put that fucking song on for it? Why would you even play that song? I mean, you could have picked a different song, or one's going, oh, that song's great, and you're going like.
Yeah, well, there's one in there now that Iona won't want to hear. Vicky Brady has just requested the Sam song.
Right, Vicky, we'll do one spicy for you, and so we'll see. Iona gets it every other week. We'll play.
Well, we'll have to dedicate it to Iona as well.
One version of it.
I know for a fact, 9:30 tonight, she'll be on the phone to me. Why did you not dedicate that to me?
Crocodile tears again. Iona, I'll say it's getting boring now. Let's be honest. Right, here we go. We're going to do a Tipperary song. This one from the Rebel Hearts. This here's the Godly Mountain Boy. Look, just the way they sing it it's slow, and I think it's the way it should be sung. There's a few other bands singing it's a bit more livelier and stuff, and but I think this is the right way to do it. So it is.
Join the flying column in 1916 in Cork with Sean Moylan, Tipperary, wet and rain, arrested by Free Staters and sentenced for to die. Oh, farewell to Tipperary, said the Galtee mountain boy. We went across the valleys, over the hilltops green, where we met with Dilly Lacey, Sean Hogan and Anne-Bree, Sean Moylan and his gallant band. Oh, they kept the flag flying high. Oh, farewell to Tipperary, said the Galtee mountain boy. We trekked the Dublin mountains, we were rebels on the run. Though hunted night and morning, free man. We tracked the Wicklow mountains as the sun was shining high. Oh, farewell to Tipperary, said the Galtee mountain boy. To the Galtee mountains that oft time sheltered me, to the man who fought for our liberty and he died without a sigh. May their cause be not forgotten, said the Galtee mountain boy.
There we go, folks. Soon the lads from County Tipperary, the Galtee Mountain Boy from the Rebel Hearts. This is Rebel FM, folks, on the Rebel podcast. You can see on the screen there now, if you are watching on the screen and not just listening, we'll have the wee ad up just for the big Rebel gathering this year at the Roddies on Saturday the 30th of November. Get your tickets now. Wristbands from www.rebelpodcast.bigcartel.com. Or if you want to go, just send me a wee PM, and if I know you or whatever, I'll be able to leave some tickets. There's a lot of people, I have about 6 envelopes sitting in the house, basically with people's names on them. And you'll all be glad to hear anybody that did buy tickets online, they've all been posted out, and everybody all got them. So nobody else will be going there, where's our ticket? I ordered them. But my apologies, folks, but I know they wouldn't normally have been sent away by now, but it's been done. I got a wee half hour last week to get them all sent out, and fair play to Josie, she helped me. So cheers, missus.
Excuse me.
What time are we on now? 22. So we'll do the football scores in. We'll do it from last week. See how we've done for the first ones of this season.
Okie dokie.
In.
Right, okay, let's go. First game is Ipswich and Liverpool.
Right.
You said Ipswich 1 each. Well, you said 1 each. Ipswich 1 each. I said Liverpool 2-0.
First one for you, Marty, yeah?
Liverpool 1-2-0.
There you go, fair play.
The next one was Arsenal Wolves. You said 3-1. I said 2-0.
Right.
And it was 2-0.
Jeez, you're on the flare this week, you are?
This is as good as the quiz.
Jesus.
The next one was West Ham and Villa. You said 2-0 to Villa. I said a draw, and Villa won 2-1.
Oh, it was close. Nearly got there, like.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Newcastle versus Southampton. You said 3-0. I said 2 each. And Newcastle won 1-0. Chelsea and Man City. You said 4-1 City. I said 3-1 City, and they won 2-0. And then Celtic v Hibs. You said 4-0. I said 4-0. And we won 3-1.
3-1,
so I'm 2-0 up.
6 points for you already, Marty. Fair play.
There we go.
Right, so we'll pick out a couple of games for this week, and we'll do them before the show's finished. So, well, sure, we can dig out a few games. Right, so next tune we're going to do here, say, is there any more requests?
There are a few requests
right,
in, yes.
Go ahead, give us a wee shout.
Murray Drum, Sinn Féin coming with us from Martin Doc O'Doherty.
We'll go to that one
Please,
next.
lads. Right, good enough. And there's a few more in there as well. Michael Turner wants to hear The Volunteer by the Irish Brigade, which is a cracking tune. Cracking tune.
Right, Michael, I'll get that on for you.
It doesn't get played enough.
Not a problem.
Vicky Brady says that was a perfect version of a great song. She has to get to bed. Have a good night, lads. Love from Darwin. And thanks very much
Yes,
for
cheers,
tuning in,
Vicky.
Vicky. Thank
You
you.
probably should have been in bed and all.
Good night. Or good morning, maybe.
Here, what happened? We'll give you mention just about the Woods homes for electric picnic. Jesus, like
Oh, what a show.
madness. Like
What a show.
I actually didn't even check in to see if Joe Duffy went mad on Monday in a show or not. I'm sure he probably did. Like, but look at the crowds there. Like,
What was it, 40,000?
50,000 or something. So it's over 50,000
Wow.
outside. Like, I think it got the biggest crowd for any gig ever
Yep.
at electric
Yep.
picnic. Like,
Yep.
and
That
just
was massive.
like amazing. Like, because they played indoors. They were one of the tents last year. Something they done whatever. Obviously, they must do it. We'll get them in and see what they're like, how them down. Like, and like I know even last year it was like the tent was they had to open the side walls of the tents they had last year, but obviously they put them on the big stage this year. And it was just fair play to them. Like it's
Jimmy Brayson and Jim Allister and a few unionist politicians had a field day on Monday morning. Great to see it.
sure.
I love to hear them yapping about stuff like that, you know, because it sickens them. It really sickens them, and it does my heart good to see it.
Yeah, and then
And do you know why? Because they can't put anything on it even close to that.
oh I
All they have is their 12th, which is just a sectarian hate fest. And look at the fella, look at Electric Picnic. You know, we can do it. We can do it. We can put on shows. They can't.
powerful to see. Like, but I think I seen a few videos on Monday morning. Obviously, the weather was a bit bad, so it was like, and I just seeing just like the devastation that's been left. People just obviously go there and they go, "I will go and camp the weekend," and just go like, "Fuck that, just live."
Leave their tents
Shit
behind
like
them.
tents and like. But I mean, I'm hoping that a few of them tents maybe could have been saved or something for maybe homeless people or something, whatever, or something. Because like it was just like
Jesus, don't be saying that.
abandoned. Like.
People down south will be. The Kulak men will be coming after you.
Don't even start me on them. That's a touchy,
The Kulak loyalists.
touchy subject right now. Is what it is. What did he say?
It's called culture. Correct, Michael? You're dead right.
Culture or the K they call it. Like?
Aye.
Culture.
I will say that's the Orange Man's cultures, the KKK culture.
Right, so we're going to do this one now. The Ball of Martin, Dago Dockerly, spicy for the Mora Drum. Sinn Féin comes spicy Pat there, which I assume that is. But we're going to play the Podrick Moore version. Actually, I haven't heard this one, but I know if it comes from Big Pat from Shebeen, it'll be a good version. Like, that's a album here, like a solo album he recorded a good few years ago called The Green and the Gold. The whole album's on YouTube. It may be on Spotify as well, but check it out. So this is Podrick Moore. Okay, Big Horse, Big Pat from Shebeen, with the ballad of Martin Dago Doherty.
In Ireland's freedom struggle, from each corner of this land, in every page of history, men have bravely took a stand. Then Glass gave us Daco. We're so proud of this young man who fought up British agents when cold murder was their plan. Their target was the widow's pub, where Republicans would meet. Their scheme was evil massacre in that quiet Dublin street. Those gangsters and assassins, the earth would claim. Those killers set out from their base to shoot, to bomb, to maim. As the crowd enjoyed the evening, forgetting assassins armed and ready were looking toward the stairs. Their plan to quickly run straight up into the room they burst. The fatal flaw stood at the door. They to get past alcohol first. Martin flew straight at that killer band and forced them to the streets. A shot rang out and Martin fell, dying at their feet. He saw them run like cowards. The dog held his ground, his duty clear. That volunteer kept his comrades safe and sound. Martin Doherty loved his country and he held his nation high. To protect his people on that night, he was not afraid to die. All our memories now of Martin make us laugh or cry. The greatest memory that we have, to save our lives he died. How your mother longed to hold you and say her last goodbyes. She'd tell you how she loved you. She'd gaze into your eyes. She'd tell you that you'd won the fight. You were fearless, true, and brave. And by your actions on that night, so many lives you saved. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there, I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glint in the snow. I am the sunlight of ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. And when you wake in the morning hush, I am the sweet uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. While Ireland lives, I do not die.
Got a big horse there, a big Patrick Moore there from Shebeen with the Green and the Gold, his album. There's the ballad of Martin Doherty, especially for the Mora drum, Sinn Féin coming up in County Leather, and especially for Pat. So, any other requests or anything for you, Marty? Or?
There's nothing more in it.
No?
No.
Right. For say, folks,
Right, folks, get them in.
Yep. Any tunes you want, get them in, and we'll get them on for you. So we're going to do the quiz in the second half of the show tonight, so and just a reminder, so you know, so the next 2 weeks we're not going to be here. I did say to Marty about he wanted to do it himself, but he wasn't. Said he might wreck the place or burn the studio down. Like,
well,
so,
I'll tell you what. It's getting to know this equipment and what buttons does what and all that. There, if you want to come up here for an evening over the weekend and show me the ropes, I'll maybe give it a go next week.
Think so?
Do you trust me with all this gear?
I don't
know. There you go.
There was something I was going to say there in my head that was slightly important, but I can't remember now. So it must have been important.
Only slightly important.
Yeah. Right, so who was it last for the Boys Over Brigade?
James McMullen.
James, so we'll do a bit of the wood tone tonight for you. But this one here, it's from
Michael Turner says get some insurance
for
your gear.
Oh, yeah. Well, it isn't sure, but
It's insured, but it's maybe not Marty proof.
Yeah, insured for me to use it, Wesley. Okay. Right, so we'll do this here, but I think this is a wee bit of a medley from the old phones. Which is the first time I heard him doing a bit of medley before, but it's off one of their albums anyway. So
Medley or melody?
no, a medley.
Medley.
It's like 6 minutes long, so it says. Normally you hear like the Irish get doing medley, so they always do like maybe three or four songs like the Irish do. Yeah. Plus, if any of you are over in Santa Pons this week, folks, get yourselves up to the Jinkies, because Anya's with the band all this week with their dad and Jared,
Yep.
and plus Toby's over there all this week, so he's will be playing in Kelly's. I think either like afternoon, early evening, and then he plays the late shift on Jinkies as well. So go up and see Toby Mac if you're in Santa Pons this week. Here's my thing next week's the first Glasgow Derby, and like so this.
Yep.
And I'm going to be away for it. That's probably the first one I've been away for a while, like. So looking forward to it.
I could have done your gig in the Rock too.
Well, yes, you could have actually, but don't know who's going to be doing it. But somebody will, anyway. But
I haven't seen them having anything booked.
no, they haven't got it advertised yet. So
They did have a guy booked, but he shit on them.
yeah, I know. Well, these things happen, you know. Fucking actually, literally forgot that we were away when I told him.
Imagine booking a holiday when you were doing a gig for the Glasgow Derby.
Well, in all honesty, our holiday should have been in June, only for Josie having the audacity to get chicken pox the week before we went to go. Like, I mean, fuck's sake.
Imagine.
I know. But anyway, right here we go. We'll do this here, the Wolf Tones, not melody, with the Boys Over Brigade. And God, I don't know what the other songs are. Just know it's the Boys Over Brigade and something else. This one's spicy for James McMullen. I have something inside my mouth, like an ulcer or something. It's seems when I talk, it's actually quite sore. So I think that's why you make me hear me mumbling a bit. See, mate?
Mumbling.
Mumbling. Yeah, that's why. Oh, like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Tommy Byrne, no leg on Brian Warfield, the Weds.
Well, we're going to scrap that there for a start, sweetheart, because not having that there. That is I did hear that before, but it's like a dancey version or something they've done there. Oh, it's shit. It's it is a couple of songs, but it's all like at their beat. It's all the way through it. So
I don't think I've heard that before now.
No, we'll do the Chris Carney version from Patter Brown's. Now I think this here's the Boys Over Brigade and Men Behind the Wire, but that's probably more suited than another shit. Like, let's see. So it is.
Imagine calling the Wolf Tone shite.
Just that version.
Oh, Father, why are you so sad on this bright Easter morn? When Irishmen, they are proud and they're glad of the song where they were born. Oh, son, I see in memory of you afar of distant days, when being just a lad like you, I joined the IRA. Oh, where are the lads that stood with me when history was made? Oh, Brother Green, I long to see the boys of the old brigade. From the hills of Fort to Balls and Wars was heard by one and all. And from the glen came those brave young men just to answer Ireland's call. It was long ago we faced the foe, the old brigade and me. And by my side we fought and died, so that Ireland she might be free. Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, Brother Green, I long to see the boys of the old brigade. Oh, our cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons. Every man must stand behind the man behind the wire. Through the little streets of Belfast in the dark of early morning, soldiers came running, wrecking little homes with scorn. Care saw the crying children, dragging by the string their bed. Watch the single helpless mothers, watch the blood pour from their head. Armored cars and tanks and guns, it came to take away our sons. Every man was stand behind the men behind the wire. Oh, not for them a judge or jury, nor indeed a crime at all. Being Irish means we're guilty, so we're guilty one and all. Round the world the truth will echo, Crumbatsmen are here again. England's name again is sullied in the eyes of honest men. Here we go! Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons. Every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. And now, my boy, I told you why on Easter morning I have sighed. As I recall my comrades all of dark old days gone by. Sure I think of men who fought St. Glen with rifles and hand grenades. May heaven keep the men who sleep on the ranks of the old brigade. Here we go! Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, brother Creek, I want to see the boys of the... Wait, one more time, let me hear it, let me hear it! Oh, where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, brother Creek, I want to see the boys and girls of the old brigade.
The gunfire split the still night air. From my side the blood flowed red. Informers' work had been well done, an ambush had been led. My comrades turned back to my aid. I waved them on again. Escape for me was hopeless. Why should they die in vain? The soldiers soon around me stood. Their unit I could guess. Their blackened faces could not disguise the hated SAS. Finish him off, I heard one say, as a gun moved towards my head. Tomorrow they'll all sing about another Fenian dead. Just drop those guns down gently, a voice called from the dark. They wheeled and fired a volley, but it seemed they missed their mark. The stranger stood before them now, with eyes that seemed alight. The cowards turned and quickly fled as he raised his arm alight. His face, somewhere I'd seen before, though I couldn't tell just where. But I knew from his green battle dress he was a volunteer. He never said a word to me as we moved off through the night. I was hoisted across his shoulders, a burden that seemed light. You'll be safe here at last, he said, as a cottage door drew near. They're friends of mine, though we haven't met for many's a lonely year. He led me gently down beside a wall of slate and stone. I turned to thank my comrade brave, but I found I was alone. When next I woke, I found myself with a family staunch and true. I told them of my comrade strange, but it seemed they already knew. I gazed upon that parlour wall, and things came clear at last. And I thought of songs and of stories heard often in the past. And I knew then that our struggle was a fight we could not lose. For beneath his picture there I read, in memory of Francis Hughes.
What a tune! What a tune!
I never knew that was about Francis Hughes.
Did you know?
No.
Oh man,
I knew they had that song.
That's one of my
but
favorite. I actually used to get you to play that on a Sunday.
Maybe I just hadn't listened to all the words in it, and at the end. But that's the first time I heard him say about.
Brilliant story.
So there you go.
And it just shows you what Jerry Glacken can do, with words.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Yes, what there was the volunteer space for Michael Turner, and before it there we had the Boys Over Brigade. That was for who was that for?
James McMullen.
See, again, maybe it's just my M's. I can't get it. James McMullen. There you go. And a wee bit of it was, what was it? Boys Over Brigade, and what was the other song it was in? The Men Behind the Wire. So it was. Yeah. So there's a whole big debate now about the fella about the Sunday now with the obviously with the Tones saying that was their last year ever doing it.
Yep.
So obviously I put a post up on my own page, and a few people have been saying about who they think should be who people should be headlining it and whatever. And do you have any thoughts? Who would you like to see actually?
I'll be honest. I think the Irish Brigade should be there.
Yeah, well, when you look, it is a travesty when you look at why they haven't been. I mean,
I definitely believe the Irish Brigade should be headlining Fela, and I think they should have been doing it long before now. Jerry Glacken has been going with the Irish Brigade since the early 80s.
The thing is as well, and Jared obviously put a post up the other day. I think he done the same thing last year, and
I think he's right.
A lot of people can say that's sour grapes and all, but when you listen to it, he's spot on.
No, he is,
because
the bands are going up there and playing songs. They're playing Irish Brigade songs.
Yeah, it's their songs. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
And when you look at Gary Ognall, he's going down playing phenomenal. But half a set is probably Jerry's songs. I mean, or all the other bands are singing, they're playing Jerry's songs.
Correct.
I mean, Shabine are singing Jerry's songs.
Yep.
The other band, Shea Doolins is on, they're singing Jerry's songs, and it's. I don't know if it's a political thing. I don't know. I mean, you don't know what way they feel it works. But why they haven't been asked. I mean,
I just can't get my head around that. I don't know what the crack is.
It's strange, so it is.
They should be, and they should have been there long before now.
Definitely. But then again, you go would you insult them by sort of putting them before another band or something? I mean, go we'll put you on then Shabine after you or something. Would they go, listen, hold on a second. You don't know what way. Maybe they have been asked.
Well, the thing about it, they obviously haven't been asked, or Jared wouldn't have been putting that post up, But the thing about it is, you bring the Irish Brigade in to headline, all their songs are going to be sung before they come on the stage.
Well, but
by other artists.
But what's Jerry Glacken's famous saying? He always says,
"There's nothing like the real thing."
There's nothing like the real thing. I mean,
very true.
That's it.
Very true.
That's it.
There's Sidney Dearns agreeing. He says, yes, the Irish Brigade. Iona's saying 100% should be the Irish Brigade. Vincent McGee says, I hope Shea Doolan's playing again. Yes, I would concur with that.
Well,
100%.
I think they're having Shea there this year, and I think obviously the Shea will probably be guaranteed to be out there next year. But I think
so.
The next what they've done with the Whistling Donkeys, year before, they said we'll get them in with Kneecap and somebody else and see how they're down. And obviously, and then obviously this year they headlined their night. I mean, Shea, I'm obviously raging out of all the bands. Didn't get to see Shea on any of the nights because obviously I was playing in the Rock while Shea was playing. I think he's on at 6 o'clock. But seeing all the videos, I know he's still buzzing now, from it. I mean, why wouldn't you be? I mean, but obviously he's just. out there playing probably peak time, like I mean, where the park is just starting to get packed, it's sunny, everybody, and he's just standing there in his element, just loving it, like. So I would assume he's going to be back and probably on a later slot.
It would
like,
be a travesty if he's not. In
next
my
year,
eyes,
I mean,
definitely.
But
Michael Turner says during the 80s they kept the people of the North full of hope with their songs. Not for fun, their songs were to give the people strength and hope. And he's obviously talking about the Irish Brigade.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that, Michael. Studs Lanigan's on. Hi, Rowan Martin. Keep her lit, lads. Good to see you, Studs.
Cheers, Studs.
Vincent McGee says, brilliant, lads. So that's us up to date with
there we go.
With the comments.
Right, so we'll do the football for this week now, and then we'll see how we get on with next week. So what's the games this week, Marty?
Right. The first game is Brighton versus Man United.
Who did you go for?
I went for a draw.
I'm going to say 2-0 Brighton.
2-1 to Brighton?
2-0.
2-0.
I think there's something about them this year. I think they're like... they done brilliant last year, but I think...
They might have matter, really.
Well, yeah, but look what they've done the Everton the other day. Like, I mean, obviously Everton are sort of starting off where they left off last year, so I mean, playing shite. Like,
well, speaking of Everton, the next match is Spurs versus Everton.
Well, Spurs at home.
Yeah.
What did you go for?
I took 2-1 Spurs.
Right. You would hope that, like, I think obviously before I couldn't really give a shit about Spurs, but I think more it's at the Ange thing now, so I've got a wee bit of a soft spot for them, I mean.
I think everybody's in the same boat.
So I mean, so I would maybe say
3-1. I was giving you a wee countdown there.
Oh, were you? Aye?
What did you say, 3-1?
3-1 Spurs, aye. And I'm being generous to Everton there, like, so
I think you were.
They're going to score.
I think I was being generous to them as well with 2-1. Right, Crystal Palace versus West Ham.
Again, I think Crystal Palace this year are like they're going to be punching, like, but I'd say 2-2. What did you do?
I took West Ham to win 2-1. Right, Fulham and Leicester.
I think that has just like draw. Right over it, like 1-1.
I had a draw. I had 1-1. Man City and Ipswich.
There's Michael Turner, the resident West Ham fan. What's he saying?
3-0 to West Ham.
I think you're being generous there, Michael. Like away from home.
Well, we never know.
What was
we could be eating our words next week.
Aye. Well, in 3 weeks.
City and Ipswich. I took City to win 2-1.
Well, he'll go meet with
and I think I'm being generous there too.
Who's playing Ipswich?
Ipswich.
They're home. City are home. I say 4-1 to City.
I think they're probably closer to that than I am. And finally, St Mirren at home to Celtic.
St Mirren are here. They're like doing well this season, and there's like in Europe and all as well. Like, especially they're at home. We take pitch out there. Like,
their confidence is high.
But it's like, but I think they'll score. Like, I'm gonna say 1-3, so 3-1 to Celtic.
3-1. I took 2-0.
To St Mirren?
No. Ways up.
So 0-2.
2-0 to Celtic?
Yeah, but Celtic's not at home.
I know they are.
So the score will be 0-2 then.
Alright, okay. Pernickety. Nitpicking there. Listen, when we're talking about Celtic, I put Celtic score
You're
first.
only pulling your wire. No. What? that came out wrong there. Is this Mick turn on?
Get a song on there quick.
Right, here we go. This is who was it asked for the Sniper's Promise?
Oh Jesus, creepers. Sniper's Promise. Don Kelly.
Dan. Here we go. This one's
Get that on quick.
Chris Coyle.
Night was icy cold. I stood alone, waiting for an army for patrol. Then at last they came into my sight. I realized his patrol had gone away and left their wounded comrade for me to slay. Oh mama, comfort me. And I know these awful things have gotta be. Ah, but when the war of freedom has begun, and I promise you I'll put away my gun. Well, there's nothing in this world I would not give. If mercy is in your heart, you'd let me live. And in his eyes I saw a begging flame as the muzzle of my gun moved towards his brain. Oh mama, comfort me. For I know these awful things have gotta be. Ah, but when the war of freedom has been won, and I promise you I'll put away my gun. The dawn was breaking as I reached my base, and I'll not forget the look on that poor boy's face. Fear, agony, and torment were all there, but to your memory, mother, his life I spared. Oh mama, comfort me. For I know these awful things have gotta be. Ah, but when the war of freedom has been won, and I promise you I'll put away my gun. And I'll promise you I'll put away my gun.
That is Krista Coyler from Derry from her album From the Streets of Free Derry, and that is and it was
This Neighbour's Promise.
yes, thanks Marty. It's got a main blank fart there. Slaver's Promise, and that was for
That was for Don Kelly.
Dan Kelly. You go, mate.
At least one of us was on the ball tonight.
Well, somebody need to be, aye. There's Sammy Marshall. Sammy, how you doing, mate?
Hello, Sammy.
From Republic and Cope Bridge. Good to see you on, you mucker.
You mucker.
Aye, mate, don't, mate, I'm just
McGack's on as well. Evening, McGack. How you doing, Kieran?
good man, McGack.
Good to
the
see
crack, McGack?
What's the crack, McGack?
Aye.
What were you going to say there? Is it another brain fart?
No, just what Sammy was saying about the big fans gathering. Just said they got the tickets, so yeah, it won't be long now. It'll fly in, so well, it's looking forward to it now.
We're not far off September.
Yeah, no, that's mad. This
This
year's
year has,
literally it's just
yeah,
flew up, so it has like. So
gone in a flash.
gone in a flash indeed.
Kieran McGack says, all good lads, just in from a hard day's work. From what? You never done a day's work in your life.
You got any lateness here,
A hard
Kieran?
day's work. You were at work.
What,
But doing a hard day's work now, I find that very hard to believe.
now listen, the job he does now. I mean, they out of all the people that work there, like, I mean, they do probably do have the hardest job. Like,
I have
so do.
I have to give credit where it's due now. Whenever I was in the hospital myself, he supplied me with coffee and with biscuits and all the things the hospital were telling me not to be taken because they thought I was in my heart complaint.
Aye, Marty, I get you are.
There was one time I think there was 5 hospital staff standing around my bed. All people that knew me.
Seriously?
All workers in the hospital.
Oh, right, there you go.
It was like a hospital meeting room my bed. Stevie D and McGack and Kathy McCarthy and Christ, loads of them.
Everyone. Right, so
I'm only joking you, Matthew McGack. I know you're a good worker, lad.
as you try to say with a straight face. Right, so we're going to play now the Belfast Brigade for who else?
Vincent McGee.
Vincent. And I just spotted this here one on Spotify, a version from the Freemen. This is a band I haven't heard of in years.
That was a good spotting that on Spotify.
You know, good spot.
See what I've done there?
It's Spotify. What's is the joy of Spotify? It's very good when you just type a song in and it'll every version that has ever been recorded it'll pop up which is great.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Freemen were very, very popular band back in the day. They used to play in Belfast a lot. So I haven't heard this version. So again, this is just off the cuff. We'll see. Hopefully it's. But they were a great band in their day. So Vince, this one's for you. This is the Belfast Brigade from the Freemen here on Rebel FM.
Lord Craigavon sent the specials out to shoot the people down. They thought the IRA were dead in dear old Belfast town. They got a rude awakening with their rifle and grenade when they met the 1st Battalion of the Belfast Brigade. Glory, glory to old Ireland. Glory, glory to the Sireland. Glory to the memory of the men who fought and died. No surrender is the war cry of the Belfast Brigade. The soldiers came from Hollywood, equipped with English guns. There were men by the thousand, ammunition by the ton. But when they got the Falls Road, they were seriously delayed by the fighting 2nd Battalion of the Belfast Brigade. Glory, glory to old Ireland. Glory, glory to the Sireland. Glory to the memory of the men who fought and died. No surrender is the war cry of the Belfast Brigade. We'll have no ammunition, no armoured cars to show, but we're ready to defend ourselves wherever we may go. We're out for our republic on the hell of your free state with a fighting 3rd Battalion of the Belfast Brigade. Glory, glory to old Ireland. Glory, glory to the Sireland. Glory to the memory of the men who fought and died. No surrender is the war cry of the Belfast Brigade. Come all you gallant Irishmen and join the IRA. Strike a blow for freedom when there comes a certain day. You know your country's history, the sacrifice it's made. Come join the 4th Battalion of the Belfast Brigade. Glory, glory to old Ireland. Glory, glory to the Sireland. Glory to the memory of the men who fought and died. No surrender is the war cry of the Belfast Brigade. No surrender is the war cry of the Belfast Brigade.
That is the Belfast Brigade there from the Freemen. Very, very old version of that one.
Yeah.
I love a band with a wee like an accordion.
Hard to beat.
This is the sound of it, like so.
I love the accordion.
Did you see the video Damien Quinn put up when he was out somewhere like in a holiday somewhere like in I think maybe Amsterdam or something, and he's just walking the street and some boy was busking playing
yeah.
and he put a video up and he was
last year, wasn't it?
He was playing some rebel song, wasn't he? He was like,
yeah.
haven't picked one of these up from when I was in the accordion band
That's
many moons ago, and he just like
that was a piano key accordion.
Oh yeah, it wasn't one of the button key ones. It was
I played the button.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. Did.
Is that like one of the small ones, like a sort of like, or
no? It was a Puella soprano.
Right.
Brief, proper size, like.
Could you play it right, like? I mean,
I played it for 20 odd years.
Did you? Like a flip band or
I played an accordion on a flip band.
No, you know what I mean, like a marching band, like, or
yes, a marching band.
Did you? What was that?
St Patrick's AO Hitch, Hillhead, Castle Dawson, just out between Toom and Ballahigh.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, and the wee band hall's not even there anymore because they built that new road through it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I just love the sound of an accordion, like.
Great.
I'd probably go more for like a button key accordion than a piano one, like. So would
Kieran
I think.
McGack says it was Sean Oak from Gary Oney played. Sean South, I think you mean, Kieran.
What?
It was Sean South.
What's he on about?
McGack says it was Sean Oak from Gary Owen. I think he meant to say Sean South.
What's he on about?
The tune that Jimmy McQuinn was playing.
Oh yes, right, okay. Aye, there you go. Yep. Right. So I thought somebody had asked for Death for Revenge in the comments earlier on, but we're looking for it and I had it lined up anyway. So we're going to do the version now from the 30th anniversary of the Escape from Long Cage album from Tony Kelly and Styx Doherty. Again, so this one's another album. Was but until somebody asked that there what song was I saw it was the Kieran Fleming song somebody asked us for, and then from that request a good lot of weeks ago found out about this album and was able to get the album sent to me and copy it. So a couple of brilliant songs and there's nice wee intros in each of them. So there's from Tony himself. So this is Death for Revenge for Nobody. We're just going to play it because I like this wee version. So I think we'll do the 20 past 8. We'll do the quiz after this here next one then, folks. So we'll...
Happy days.
Death Before Revenge tells the story of the 1981 hunger strike.
Call me what you will and tell me what they say. Tomorrow brings a new wind. The rain is gone away. Within these walls I see the sun as it shines over the hill. Down into the valley among the daffodils. When this war is over, I see your face again, and I'll tell you of the warriors who put death before revenge. Here they starve in prison, they support their fellow man. If only a woolen blanket, a crucifix in their hands. Yet the screws harass, they give them hell, but their spirits they cannot break. Hold your chins up, lads, keep marching on. I don't think she'll leave it too late. And when this war is over, I see your face again, and I'll tell you of the warriors who death before revenge. Bobby was the first to go, and Francis close behind. People streamed onto the streets. To have faith was not a crime. Yet faith is what these young men had. They chose to join the fight. Their actions were political. Can't those British see we're right? And when this war is over, I see your face again, and I'll tell you of the warriors who put death before revenge. Days roll by and two more die, O'Hara and Macrease. If Thatcher chose to bite her lip, the toil was not to cease. The barricades went up by day, and the bullets they hum by night. How much longer must we keep this path? There's still no end in sight. When this war is over, I see your face again, and the 10 of the warriors who put death before revenge. Dreadful thing that these men join our ranks of martyrs brave. There's 10 too many coffin nails they coldly to their graves. If they would only realize and Thatcher mark us well, there's 10 more determined reasons for to break out of this hell. Months went by after 10 men died, and Thatcher thought she'd won. The comrades of these brave young men, they showed their day had come. They broke out from their prison hell and smashed out through the gates. The comrades of these 10 brave men, they made a great escape. And when this war is over, I see your face again, and the 10 of the warriors who death before revenge.
There we go. That was Death for Revenge there from the 30th anniversary of the Escape from Longcash album.
That was a great album.
From Tony Kelly and Styx Doherty. Who's that?
What was that?
Sake.
That's your phone.
Oh, no, Kieran's going to send me a video of,
right.
of a one. We'll get it put up before we finish. So well. Right, so any more comments before we do the quiz?
Connor Herbert's on. Good evening, Connor.
Well, Connor, what's happening, mate?
Roger Markland's in from Germany.
Roger.
Good evening, Roger.
How's you?
Greg Groom's on, a name that I haven't seen for a long, long time. So good to see you all, folks. Get your requests in there if you have any.
Right, Marty, so let's not prolong the pain any longer.
We'll get into the quiz, will we?
Yeah. See, my only hope is with these multiple choices that I might actually get one by potluck, because we all know how ridiculously thick I am when it comes to these things.
Well, you're getting less thick.
Well, 'cause I got one right 2 weeks ago.
You got one right 2 weeks ago.
Well, that's not like a glowing endorsement, so it isn't, like, to be honest.
Right. Anyway, let's go for this week. Okie dokie. Let's go. Question 1. What wild animal was spotted in Ireland 17 times in 2003?
Right.
Was it a puma? Was it a lynx? Or was it a panther?
A lynx.
Where's my pen? Right. Question 2. What is the English name for the village Ancame in Dublin?
Say again? What?
The village Ancame in Dublin. What is the English name for it?
Right. Go.
Is it Stepside, Fox Rock, or Rush?
You say in Dublin or County Dublin?
It's,
Like what?
it's in County Dublin. It's a village in County Dublin.
Stepside?
Huh?
Stepaside?
Step aside.
Is that a Stepside or Stepaside?
Stepside.
Right, okay.
Fox Rock or Rush?
Because I remember that name. Because all three places actually. Because when we were in the circus, because but they're Stepside, for some reason it
Is that your answer?
what, yeah.
Okay. Question 3. Which sport sees Irish teams compete for the May Costly Cup?
The costly?
May Costly Cup.
Right.
Hockey, badminton, or sailing?
All three of them. Twat. Bloody sports anyway, like. Fuck's sake. Badminton, hockey, or sailing. I'm going to say sailing.
Question 4. Where would you find Ireland's only working gold mine? Enniskillen, Omagh, or Ballymena?
Enniskillen.
Question 5.
This is so much easier when you actually, instead of going like, pass. I haven't got a ball, like.
I'm going to get a question where the answer is pass.
Even though, like,
Sometime.
even though it's probably wrong, but at least you're giving an answer. I mean, like, see?
Right, question 5. Name the main river that flows through Ballina in County
You'll be a river
Mayo.
one, like. Right, go.
Is it the Moy, the Liffey, or the Lee?
The Lee.
Question 6. What is the highest mountain peak in Ireland? Is it Sugarloaf, Carrauntoohil, or Sleevemish?
Say it again.
The highest mountain peak in Ireland. Sugarloaf, Carrauntoohil, or Sleevemish?
Carrauntoohil.
Question 7. What year did Ireland join the EEC, which is now the EU? 1972, 73, or 75?
75.
Question 8. Who managed the Ireland soccer team in the 2012 European Championships? Was it Mick McCarthy, Steve Staunton, or Gio Trapattoni?
Trapattoni.
Question 9. What county did Shane Phelan and Cian Egan come from? Dublin, Sligo, or Mayo?
Did or do?
Both.
Assuming they're still alive, aren't they? Like?
Well, yeah, but they probably don't live there anymore. So, what county did they originate in, or what county were they born in? Where were they from?
I'd say again.
Dublin, Sligo, or Mayo?
Sligo. I think it is.
And question 10. In which county would you find Croke Patrick? Sligo, Galway, or Mayo?
Mayo.
Right.
Right. Well.
Time for the big revelation.
Dun dun dun.
Drum roll. Question 1. What wild animal was spotted in Ireland 17 times in 2003? You said lynx. The answer was puma.
Okay.
Question 2. What is the English name for the village and came in Dublin? And the answer was Stepside. So you got that one right.
Yee-ho. I'm happy now. Got one right.
Question 3. Which sport sees Irish teams compete for the May Costly Cup? You said sailing. The answer was hockey. Question 4. Where would you find Ireland's only working gold mine? And I thought you would have knew this one. I would have bet money on you knowing this one. The options were Enniskillen, Omagh, or Ballymena.
Where is it? Ballymena?
Sperrins. The only place in Ireland that has gold is the Sperrins, so it's obviously Omagh. I thought you would have knew that one. Anyway, you said Enniskillen.
Obviously not.
Obviously not, that's right. Question 5. Name the main river that flows through Ballina. You should have got this in 2.
Marty, I don't want to hear this here. You should have got this or should have got there.
The Moy, the Liffey, or the Lee? And you said the Lee. And the answer was the Moy. I think the Lee flows through Cork, does it not? And the Liffey's Dublin.
Couldn't tell you.
Oh.
Yes.
Question 6. What's the highest mountain peak in Ireland?
I'm still only on 1.
Oh, you're on 2 now. You got Carrauntoohil.
Was it? I think I was one of the ones questions you asked for, or one of the ones I asked.
I think
it was one of them, but things.
I think it's been repeated before, alright. Question 7. What year did Ireland join the EEC? You said 75, it was actually 73.
The middle one then?
Question 8. Who managed Ireland in the 2012 European Championships? You said Gio Trapattoni, and it was Gio Trapattoni.
So 3?
You've got 3. You're doing
just
well.
Like you done last week?
You're doing well, boy. Question 9. What county did Shane Phelan, Cian Egan come from? The answer was Sligo. And you said
right?
Sligo.
We're on a roll tonight, Jesus.
And final question, question 10. In which county would you find Croagh-Patrick? Your options were Sligo, Galway and Mayo. And the answer was Mayo.
So 5 out of 10?
Yeah, 5 out of 10.
Jesus Christ.
Pat in the back.
What? That was the shoulder, actually.
Oh, well, the last time with the pat you in the back, you cried like a wee and said it was sore.
Did you?
Yeah.
Aye.
No, you did.
Aye. I'm quite happy with 5 out of 10. Brilliant. There we go.
That was very well done tonight. Congratulations.
I
think that's your best score yet.
Oh, no, were they your questions or Elaine's ones?
Well, 5 of each.
There we go. So
Elaine picked 5 and I picked 5.
I've actually done better than you done last week.
For once.
For once. But I can guarantee you, if those questions were just me trying to give you an answer,
Aye.
probably Tony would have been the only one, I think. So it would have been like, or maybe, I wouldn't have thought Sligo Fat or one thing. But there we go. Right, so next time we'll have another 25 minutes left. So somebody asked for Only Rivers Run Free. Who was that?
That was Mick1967.
Mick1967, mate. This one's for you for the late great Kathleen Loggy in the flying column of Only Our Rivers Run Free.
When apples still grow in November, when blossoms still bloom on each tree, when leaves are still green in December, it's then that our land will be free. I've wandered her hills and valleys, and still to my sorrow I see a land that has never known freedom, and only her rivers run free. I drink to the death of her manhood, those men who would rather have died than to live in the cold chains of bondage, to bring back their rights were denied. Oh, where are you now when we need you? What burns where the flame used to be? Have you gone like the snowfall last winter? And will only our rivers run free? How sweet is life, but we're crying. How mellow the wine that we're dry. How fragrant the rose, but it's dying. How gentle the wind, but its size. What good is in youth when it's aging? What joy is in eyes that can see when there's sorrow and sunshine and flowers, and still only our rivers run free. Only our rivers run free.
Kathleen Largy here for you folks with Only Our Rivers Run Free. This is Rebel FM on the Rebel podcast. Right through here to 9 o'clock this evening, multi-streaming on YouTube and Facebook. If you are watching on YouTube, folks, or even if you're not watching the show on YouTube, please do us a favour. Just go on, it takes you like 2 seconds, go into YouTube on the Rebel podcast page and just subscribe to it, will you? And then hit the wee bell icon. Just means then if we upload a video or go live in the future, you'll get a notification straight away. So be much appreciated if you can, folks. Thank you. It does help the algorithm. Not sure what way it does, but I know the more likes you have of your videos and the more people subscribe, then if somebody's just randomly surfing YouTube for videos or they're typing in like Rebel music or something, our page or a video of the show will pop up for them and they can, you know what I mean? So that's the way it works. So take you 2 seconds, just go on to YouTube and subscribe to the page. Right, so any other comments there, Marty, or what's people saying?
Iona Graham says, well done, Roe. Roger Markle is loud singing in Sweden. Vincent McGee sticking up emojis. McGeck says, lad, can you just play over the wall? Vincent McGee says, aye, what about Celtic's third kit? Or new uniform? And he says, Kieran McGeck can get the balaclava. That's the new Cargy one.
Actually, I like it, I
like it myself. I do indeed.
Laura was down the other day in the shop getting the new yellow one for me. So she was the new second kit. And she was saying your mum was going there. New ones we released, I think it's next Thursday or something. It's going on sale, like with her.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's nice. So it is. It's
I like it myself.
It's they put a statement saying it's to do with all like the camouflage is basically to thank the fans or something, or like they put it some way they put it saying it is camouflage, but it's the look of like the stadium and people cheering or something, but it's all they look like camouflage, right. Whatever. But it's obviously they can't say it's just for our rebel roots from Ireland. Like I mean, well, that's what the no, just like whenever Linfield when their third kit and had like basically the UVF colours, like basically a UVF flag. No, it's just a nice wee colour there. So it's like that's like I mean.
There's Ronan Pellin on says howdy from Brittany over there in France.
Brittany?
Well, it's probably a shame to call it France because Brittany is Brittany, isn't it?
Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to play a wee video for you. So it's about 3 minutes long, right? So just before we play it, so a good friend of the show, Owen, if anybody's ever go to the Belfast Easter Parade, you'll normally see him like at the front. He'll be wearing like his Patrick Pearse uniform. Sometimes he'll do like a wee sort of reenactment of something from Easter or reading the proclamation or something down in Beachmont Avenue before the parade starts. So there's a wee like a open mic night takes place every Tuesday in the wee pub in it called
the Hawthorne Bar.
The Hawthorne Bar down, isn't that in Beachmont?
It's in Beachmont in Cavendish Street.
Every Tuesday night.
Well, it's actually Hawthorne Street, but it's at the Cavendish Street.
So you can go down, you can sing a song, do a poem or whatever, do a rap or and by all accounts, there's all sorts of people do.
It's a very, very good night. I've been at a few of them myself, and it's very, very good.
There was a video put up last night, and lots of comments about it. So basically, Owen was doing his. So we're going to play it now. I think last 3 minutes. Have we watched it, folks?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I've seen the video put up. I haven't actually sat and listened to it. So it'll be my first time going and have a listen as well. So Marty, stick it on there.
There we go.
Irish men and Irish women, in the name of God and of the dead generation from which you received that old tradition of nationhood, Ireland through us summons our children to our flag and strikes for our freedom. We declare the right of the people of Ireland to ownership of Ireland, to one better control of Irish destiny, to be sovereign and indefeasible. The long destructions are right there, far deeper in them, and has not extinguished the right, and nor can it ever be extinguished, except by the destruction of the Irish people. 6 times during the last 300 years, we have asserted that right to national freedom and sovereignty to arms, standing on that fundamental right, and again, asserting it to arms in the face of the world. We hereby proclaim the Irish Republic to be a sovereign, independent state. Is it time? It's time, Pierce! Before I died, I wrote one last poem. After 7 days of fighting, we'd lost. We didn't know the fire that we had set. But I wrote a poem for the one I hurt the most. It was called To My Mother. To my mother, my gift to you, it hath been the gift of sorrow. My one return for all your rich gifts to me, your gift of life and love and pity and belief and faith. For who hath had such faith as yours since the old times? And what was my poor faith without your strong belief dependent upon? For all these rich gifts, I have brought you sorrow and pain. But it may be that I have brought you something else besides, a splendid thing, and it shall not pass away, not while Ireland fights on. The memory of my name and of my deed. And when men speak of me with praise or dispraise, you will not hate. You will treasure the memory of your firstborn son, Roderick McPherson. Ready! Ready! Fire! Throw me in the market.
A sight of Kilmainham, their heads all uncovered, they knelt to the ground. For inside that grim prison lay a brave Irish soldier, his life for his country about to lay down. And he went to his death like a true son of Ireland, the firing party he bravely did face. And the order rang out, present arms and fire. James Conley fell into a ready-made grave. The black flag they hoisted, the cruel deed was over. Gone was the man who loved Ireland so well. There was many a sad heart in Dublin that morning when they murdered James Conley, the Irish rebel. God's curse on you, England, you cruel-hearted bastards. Your deeds they would shame all the devils in hell. There's no flowers blooming, but the shamrock is growing on the grave of James Conley, the Irish rebel. since the Irish Rebellion and the guns of Britannia, they loudly did speak, and the brave IRA stood shoulder to shoulder, and the blood from their bodies flowed down Sackville Street. In the forecourts of Dublin, they cruelly bombarded the spirit of freedom. They tried hard to quell, but above all the dim came the cry of surrender, was the voice of James Conley, the Irish rebel. 'Twas the voice of James Conley, the Irish rebel.
That's Kelly's band there, folks, with a ball James Conley from their album recorded live in the Craigan, and then obviously just before it there we had Owen's wee rendition from the open mic night last night down the Wee House in the Hawthorne Bar. So fair play, Owen.
Very good, very good.
I know he does put a lot of work into them sort of, I say sort of sketches they are, but what's the
Skits. Yeah.
That's what I want to say, skits.
The skits.
There's no word for skits, isn't there? You have the shits or something, is it? Yeah, skits, isn't it? Or is it the skeets?
You're going to get the show put down again after bringing me in here and bringing our ratings up and getting us good feedback on Facebook and getting a good name on Facebook, and you're going to put us straight back down into the gutter again.
The gutter?
The gutter.
Why, what did I do now?
The way you're talking.
Sorry, folks. My apologies if I've offended anybody, like, fuck's sake.
I have to read out a comment here. Mick1967 says on YouTube, and this is for the benefit of those on Facebook who can't see it. He says, don't forget to like and subscribe. Spread the word. This time next year, hopefully Ro and Marty will be millionaires. And speaking of me and Ro becoming millionaires, there's a wee picture on the screen there that you might want to take a wee look at, and I'll let Ro give you the details.
Exactly. So, folks, if any of you want to donate towards the show, you're more than welcome, no matter what, big or small. Or we PayPal link and a Revolut link. You want to donate towards the show, so you know what to do. It's also on the opening page on Facebook and YouTube as well. So you just have to click it, and if you're on Revolut or PayPal, it'll bring us straight to your account. You can throw us a few quid if you want.
And I can confirm that the money's going to a good cause here, because Ro has supplied us with 2 new laptops. And just while we were downloading that wee video of Owen last night, he looked at me and he goes, Jesus, that's downloaded already, Marty. And I'm like, Ro, that's what happens when you have a new laptop. So.
I'm still seeing you're used to working with shite like for so long, and you're going to used to just taking forever to start up and forever to shut down. And this is like, it's like going from like driving
hit a button and it's done.
Going from like driving I don't know,
Morris Minor.
A Skoda, but like I've had 4 Skodas in the best car I have. I mean the old Skodas, remember, or a Lada. We're going to like driving a Lada to like a
Porsche.
Or a Skoda. One of the modern Skodas. See, I miss my Skodas, didn't I?
Oh,
seriously. Definitely need to get another one, because that one car, Laura's, is, I hate the thing. See that Citroen? It's just...
You don't like it, no?
No, it's a really random car. It's like,
yeah.
Not even for the most ridiculous things. Like, see, it's like, anywhere or a car, and like when you go in the front, you have like the wee...
Like, Jesus strap.
Aye, one of them. They don't have it. And then see in the back.
Mine doesn't have that either.
See in the back, right? There's no light. So there isn't.
Right.
So it's like, say we were like putting the child in the car seat or something, or night time taking her out. You can't see anything. There's just no light in the back seat.
I don't know if there's light in the back of hers.
So it isn't like, it's just random. It's supposed to sit in. It's they go in they're advanced, their years ahead and all whatever it's here and stuff, and like my van's sitting as well, like. I'm ready to fucking pull the AdBlue tank out of it, so it's do my head in. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
There you go.
Right, so we're going to do. McGack asked for Over the Wall, didn't he?
He did indeed.
So we'll do a version now from the Wolfhound. So this is the Wolfhound with Over the Wall on Rebel FM, folks.
Excuse me, sir. Could you possibly tell me what you think of the records that are coming out nowadays? Well, sir, it's like this. I think there's an awful lot of Republican trash being printed nowadays. But as I have said myself on many occasions, if it's worth doing at all, it's worth doing. So I just give them a hand, I think, with this one. 1, 2, 3.
So it's here and up your Arsenal, and a Georgie best to you. There's not a team in the whole wide world like the Crumlin Kangaroos. In Crumlin Road jail, all the prisoners one day, a game of football they did have, but the rules did not obey. For while all the wardens watched there, the passing of the ball,
one of the bloody football teams went up and over the wall.
So it's here and up your Arsenal, and a Georgie best to you. There's not a team in the whole wide world like the Crumlin Kangaroos. The wardens all looked up then in the wildest of surprise, and the sight they saw before them brought the tears to all their eyes. For one of the teams had disappeared. Where are you? They did call.
But one side had a free transfer to a team just over the wall.
So it's here and up your Arsenal, and a Georgie best to you. There's not a team in the whole wide world like the Crumlin Kangaroos. The governor came down then with his face all in a twist, saying up against the wall now, while I get out me list. Now two teams started playing, of that we all agree.
But now we're short 8 players and the bloody referee.
So it's here and up your Arsenal, and a Georgie best to you. There's not a team in the whole wide world like the Crumlin Kangaroos. Now the military were shocked now, they said we'll lose no more. So they barred every window and bolted every door. But we'd left behind our half-back line, and that just wouldn't do.
So Martin, Dutch and Huey up and joined the Kangaroos.
So it's here and up your Arsenal, and a Georgie best to you. There's not a team in the whole wide world like the Crumlin Kangaroos. So it's here and up your Arsenal, and a Georgie best to you. There's not a team in the whole wide world like the Crumlin Kangaroos.
Now that's what I call a record.
The Crumlin Kangaroos. There's a Wolfhound folks here with Over the Wall. Spicy for young McGack, the hardest worker in West Belfast, apparently.
Allegedly.
And Marty's actually giving the finger to the screen now, making all sort of signs. So he is.
You talk. I'm not even going to say it. You tell these.
Did he give us an X there? Is like a kiss?
Who?
McGack?
No, that's. You need new glasses.
I need. Well, but
You're not even wearing your glasses.
No, but that screen's way over there. I'm looking at sideboards. What does it say? Cheers, lads.
It just says cheers, lads, and he's put the Irish flag up.
Oh, it looks like
that's an IE.
It looks like an X. I thought he was going like cheers, lads. We kiss. That's what it looked like. I mean.
Well, if you think it's a kiss, you can have it. He can kiss you. He's not kissing me.
Oh, I'm sure he's kissed you plenty of times. So he has.
And while that song was playing, folks, we just got a notification to say that something that we have put on Facebook has went against their community standards.
I don't think it is actually even Facebook. To me, have these posts. Maybe it's a scam of some sort. I think it's really shite. Like, so this. Let's see. Your post is breaking our terms. Shared your photo. Let's see. I know what a ball thing it was like. Let's see. Right. For this reason, copyright infringement, concerns of false identity, violations of privacy, violation of terms of service, inappropriate content. That's your fault.
You said it, not me.
No, I don't know what the hell it is. It's part of the shade, so it is like. Folks, we're going to play one more song. I say thanks very much to all for watching the show tonight. Flew in again 2 hours, so it is like. So cheers.
McGack says absolutely not, by the way.
What?
He's not kissing you.
Right, well. So say for the next 2 weeks won't be here. I had given serious consideration there about Marty coming to the show himself, but
did you really?
I was thinking about it, and I went like, I don't think you're not ready yet. Like,
nice to be trusted. It's nice to be trusted.
I think maybe one week we'll maybe do like a mock show and sit and watch you, and just like doing all the knobs and the buttons and see if you're actually able to sort of do it on your own, and then maybe 1 week you might be able to come up and do it.
Now, do you know the problem that might be? But
what?
People might not want you back. They might think I'm doing a better job than you're doing.
Well,
you could end up sacking yourself.
Well, we'll see. That's a risk I'm willing to take. Right, so we're going to play one more song, folks. Again, thank you very much as well. So 2 weeks, next 2 weeks won't be here. So you should be back on, let's see when that'll be in.
Folks don't say no. But next week, Marty's Rebel podcast.
Marty's Rebel Wednesdays. Right, what date's next week? So it'll be...
What date's next week? That doesn't make sense.
Shut up, Marty. We'll see.
28th.
Right, so we won't be here on the 28th, right? And won't be here on the 4th. So it'll be Wednesday the 11th. We're back on again. So I'll, folks, be enjoying my well-earned break. So
I think, I honestly think that in this day, 2 weeks' time, you should get off the plane and come straight up to the studio and do the show.
But I think I could probably still be on the plane. I think, because I know we're not coming back. Lady sat next time. I'm in work the next day. And, literally, I've had,
Don't even book the next day off to recover from your jet lag or nothing.
I haven't any days left. I think 2 of the days we're away I won't be getting paid for. So won't be. Because I haven't enough holidays left.
Oh, you poor creature.
Terrible.
Right, folks, get your donations in.
That wasn't a link there to say, right, get your donations in, folks. I've no holiday. That wasn't I forgot that thing was still on the screen, to be honest.
so did I too.
I wasn't doing poor me, get your money in to help me.
You were.
Right, so we're going to finish up here with a wee tune from Bick McFarlane, folks. Our good friend Bick. Again, it's great to see him up and about, so it is.
It is indeed, yes. And we wish him all the best for a speedy recovery.
Definitely. No better man for it. So this is wee tune we put on our album that was for the suicide awareness a good few years ago now. So this is Terrace or Dreamer from the legendary Britain Bick McFarlane, folks. So back again, see us back again on Wednesday the 11th of September. Until then, be good, bye bye, and
Ihoi, August Land.
All the rest of it. Cheers, folks.
Thank you.
Sackville Street, the curfew drove the restless out of sight. The black and tans marched up and down, the moon shone cold and bright. The shot was like a whip crack, pulled the first man off his feet. He died on bloody cobblestones while his comrades combed the street. They called up reinforcements, pulled the people from their beds. They were screaming, get the bastard, but its fear was in their heads. Found him in a cellar, he was only 17, fighting for his country, dying for the green. The sergeant dragged him by the hair and beat him to the ground. Into this young man's body he emptied every round. Come out and take a look, he cried, as he marched his troops away. They went in stony silence, such a price to have to pay. Some knelt and prayed beside him, but it's too late anyhow. They said he was a rebel then, he's a hero now. In 66 this country sang the praises of the dead. We didn't call them rebels then, we used patriot instead. On every household TV screen we saw how hard they fought, how they spilled their
had been bought. The garden gates were opened up to silent motorcades. Cannons boomed and flags unfurled, solemn wreaths were laid. Prayers for those departed were called for loud and clear. For those who had been outlawed, but that was another year. Veterans lined up stiff and proud, their white hair ruled the wind, with their pride pinned to their gabardines, with thoughts upon their friends, and bitter wounds burst open. The scars of history went flying into our faces in stark reality. Just up the road from Sackville Street, but things are different now. They said he was a rebel then, he's a hero now. Along the Falls Road soldiers push their glances left and right. Kids of the English working class, soldiers overnight, tossed into the melting pot of bloody war and strife, never understanding and fearing for their lives. Outside the Glen Road Brewery, the bomb takes two away. The bomber's work is over, he's finished for the day. The terrorist or the dreamer, or the savage or the brave, it depends whose vote you're trying to catch, whose face you're trying to save. There's tea and cakes in Downing Street, there's whispers in the hall. Let's move the Cure Rhodesia, now our backs are to the wall. There's panic down in Leinster House, where words are seldom scarce. Send someone to Glasnevin quick to remember Patrick Pearse. Once more his crucifixion, it seems a lie somehow. They said he was a rebel then, he's a hero now. Once more his crucifixion, well it seems a lie somehow. They said he was a rebel then, he's a hero now. He's a hero now.